All right, our top focus is going to be the latest political controversy surrounding the Delhi's Aam Aadmi Party government as well as the centre. This time around, it's not just about the two governments. This time around, it's about a proposal, a bill that was sent by Arvind Kejriwal, and the fact that the president, no less, has refused to accept it. A prerequisite for any bill to be passed is the president's assent. That has been denied. Arvind Kejriwal's Office of Profit bill. Fresh trouble is brewing for the Aam Aadmi Party government as 21 of its MLAs are facing suspension after the president rejected the Delhi government's bill which modified a law that blocked the appointment of Aam Aadmi Party lawmakers as parliamentary secretaries. While the EC has issued notices to 21 MLAs, a rattled Aam Aadmi Party government is blaming Prime Minister Modi and Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung for stalling the bill.
In a big blow to the AAP government in Delhi, President Pranab Mukherjee has refused to give his nod to a bill amending the law on Office of Profit. Adding to Kejriwal's woes, these MLAs now face possible disqualification by the Election Commission or the court. The Kejriwal government has appointed these 21 MLAs as parliamentary secretaries after Delhi Assembly passed the contentious bill last year, which was meant to exclude the post of parliamentary secretaries from the list of Office of Profit. Facing charges of violating the law, Kejriwal government has maintained that these MLAs do not come under Office of Profit law.
जो 21 पार्लियामेंट्री सेक्रेटरीज की अपॉइंटमेंट हुई उसका इस बिल से कुछ लेना देना ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उन 21 पार्लियामेंट्री सेक्रेटरीज की अपॉइंटमेंट इस बिल के हिसाब से या इस बिल के तहत थोड़ी हुई, क्योंकि ये बिल तो अभी कानून ही नहीं बना.
As the party held an emergency meeting to discuss the crisis, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal targeted the Prime Minister, alleging that he does not respect democracy and was only fearful of the Aam Aadmi Party. In a series of tweets, Kejriwal said that no legislator was given a single paisa, car or bungalow in their capacity as parliamentary secretary and that they were providing services for free. While a petition has been filed with the president seeking disqualification of these MLAs, Election Commission has sought replies of the MLAs, setting the stage for another full-blown centre Aam Aadmi Party government face-off. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's quickly listen in to what the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Najib Jung, had to say in an interview exclusively to India Today. He spoke to Karan Thapar, where he said that what Kejriwal is attempting to do is unconstitutional.
The 21 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs who were last year made parliamentary secretaries, there's a case in the Delhi High Court, I believe the hearing is today, arguing that in fact they should be disqualified on the grounds that parliamentary secretaries are offices of profit. The Delhi government brought a bill in June to try and regularize their position. You've sent it to the Home Ministry for consideration. We don't know the outcome of that bill. But I want to ask you a simple question. As someone who's been an academic, a civil servant, and is today Lieutenant Governor, do you personally believe that these 21 MLAs who become parliamentary secretaries should be disqualified because parliamentary secretaries are offices of profit? Or do you believe that this is a wrong interpretation?
What lies between me and my recommendation to the Home Ministry and to the President will not be spoken here. By definition, when we go and we look at the statutes of Delhi, then the office of the Parliamentary Secretary is defined as an office of profit.
It's defined as an office of profit.
Yes, the Schedule 7 of the GNCTD Act has a host of people which hold an office of profit, and I think it's 7 of that schedule which says that Delhi can have one parliamentary secretary, and that's an office of profit. That's the parliamentary secretary attached to the office of the Honorable Chief Minister.
Which means also, unless the central government accepts the bill that the Delhi government tried to pass in June regularizing the situation, these 21 will be deemed to be holding an office of profit and therefore they will be disqualified. It all depends on whether the central government accepts the validity of that bill regularizing them.
That is true.
So Arvind Kejriwal has, in a sense, knowingly played with fire because they were made parliamentary secretaries in May. He only passed his bill in June. And even if you accept his bill, for 1 month, they were holding an office of profit before the regularization was attempted?
I think he must have consulted constitutional lawyers. He must have got some advice from them.
But he has taken a risk.
The risk is for all to see, yes.
Now, for all those who are wondering how is this a constitutional crisis and what has happened, here is a very easy to understand explainer. The Office of Profit Row. The President has rejected a Delhi government bill on Parliament secretaries. Now, what exactly happened? The President refused to exempt Parliament secretaries from Office of Profit ambit. We'll tell you what exactly happened. As a result, fate of 21 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs now hangs in balance because they were declared secretaries and the President has denied it because you can't hold two offices. Sources say Kejriwal did no due diligence while appointing MLAs. So he appointed them randomly and then later realized and then tried to brazen it out. Dual post for MLAs actually violates the Office of Profit guidelines, which means you can't be an MLA and be a political secretary. Kejriwal government sought legal amendments to hide its blunder. They tried those legal amendments. When that was not possible, they tried to, they wanted retrospective exemption for its MLAs. That is why they came up with this bill. Bill was sent by LG to the Ministry of Home Affairs, which sought Solicitor General's view. This is all the events that actually unfolded. After the SG's view, the Home Affairs Ministry recommended rejection of the bill. And that's exactly what the President seems to have done. He has seen merit in what the Home Ministry suggests. Based on the MHA report, the President rejected the Aam Aadmi Party government bill. So that is the situation at this moment as far as the Office of Profit Row is concerned. Kejriwal government, all his MLAs, 21 of them were introduced as Parliament secretaries, but that, according to the law of the land, is like holding an office of profit. Remember, in 2006 also, the Office of Profit scandal had hit the Congress President Sonia Gandhi, no less. She had to resign from her position and contest elections again. Let's quickly go across to Anusha Soni, who joins us this morning. Morning, Anusha. Can you tell us what exactly is going to be the argument of the Aam Aadmi Party from here on? Because this has clearly come as a huge embarrassment.
Sangeet, here, the entire debate is constitutional in its nature. But as far as the defense of Aam Aadmi is concerned, it's on a single track. What they're arguing is that these posts of Parliament secretaries do not have any profit, quote unquote, which means that any sort of remuneration or any sort of vehicles or any sort of bungalows which were attached to this parliamentary secretary post are not being given to these MLAs. What they are intrinsically arguing is the fact that these posts were given to these MLAs merely for the purpose of convenience of executing the task of the ministries to make it more smooth. However, the opposing argument is the fact that, constitutionally it's not allowed. It's a distortion of the people's Representation of People Act 1951. And also there are very pertinent legal questions that can be raised that whether a Delhi Assembly can even pass an act like this. Now it needs to be seen that what goes forward. Will the Delhi Assembly again clear this bill or this becomes just another point of confrontation between the centre and the Delhi government, which has been battling odds at various constitutional points, even at the Supreme Court of India.
Now, obviously, Anusha, this is going to be a huge embarrassment for Arvind Kejriwal with very little legal recourse left, because right now you have the President who says that this bill has been rejected. Purely from the legal point of view, from legal standpoint, what are the options in front of Arvind Kejriwal? Can he continue to brazen it out, or will he have to, as they say, eat crow?
Well, Sangeet, what looks likely here is that he is right now on a defensive. He is saying that these MLAs, there is no point of, going ahead and disqualifying them because there was no Office of Profit. However, the opposition has been making such demands that these MLAs should in fact be disqualified. Now, what needs to be seen is whether the centre or the President makes any move like that. If these MLAs are disqualified, a legal battle at the Supreme Court is very imminent, because this is a question that will have to be resolved constitutionally. Whether these posts can be created, and if they are created without any remuneration, any profit, quote unquote, can they even continue to exist? So if there is a disqualification, it will be a huge legal battle ahead.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Anusha. Let's quickly take a look at the pie chart, the way the Vidhan Sabha and the numbers really are at this moment. So if there is a disqualification in the House of 70, as far as the Delhi Vidhan Sabha is concerned, if 21 people are disqualified, then in that case, Aam Aadmi Party strength will be 45. It will be reduced to 45. Still, even at 45, they are way above the halfway mark, which is 36. And there is no problem to the Aam Aadmi Party government in the national capital. But the fact that 21 of their MLAs will be disqualified and there will be re-election on these seats could be both a political opportunity as well as a political crisis, depending on what the results of those by-elections really are in the national capital. So this is the situation. On the face of it, for the moment, this seems to be very much a big crisis for Arvind Kejriwal. Whether eventually he's able to turn it to his advantage, as he has been doing in the past with people's support in the world of perception, is anyone's guess.